Hello. Today I'm going to talk about the Talbot County hazard analysis and why it's good to know about the different hazards in Talbot County and to prepare for them. Most disasters in Talbot County are weather related, such as thunderstorms, ice storms, snowstorms, hurricanes, wind events, flooding, and so forth. Since Talbot County has so much shoreline with many areas prone to flooding, it is important that your family's emergency plan addresses evacuation. If you have family out of the area, you have been informed via cable through reverse 911, radio public service announcements, and so forth that your public officials are requesting evacuation in your area. Family outside the problem area is what you should consider before going to a shelter. Leave yourself plenty of time prior to the event to either go to a shelter or relocate with family or friends. Road traffic will increase with evacuation recommendations. Tornadoes. Whenever severe thunderstorms threaten our area, listen to our local station WCEI for the latest information on a battery operated radio in case of power failure. Have extra batteries on hand when a tornado has been sighted. Stay away from windows, doors, and outside walls. Protect your head from falling or flying debris. Take cover immediately wherever you are, in a house or small building. Go to the basement. If there is no basement, go to an interior part of the house on the lowest level, such as a closed closet or hallway, or get under something sturdy, like a heavy table, until the danger has passed. In a public place, go to the pre-designated shelter area. Interior hallways on the lowest floor are usually the safest. Stay away from windows and open spaces. Cooperate with staff and authorities. In a vehicle, trailer, mobile, or manufactured home, get out immediately and go to a more substantial structure. If you are outside when a tornado hits, there are no shelters nearby. Lie flat in the nearest ditch with your hands shielding your head. Do not attempt to flee or outrun a tornado in a car or other vehicle. You are not able to judge the swift and erratic movements of these storms. These are the following facts about tornadoes. They may strike quickly with little or no warning. They may appear nearly transparent until the dust and debris are picked up and the storm forms into a funnel. The average tornado moves southwest to northwest, with tornadoes has been known to move in any direction. The average forward speed of tornadoes is 35 miles per hour, but can vary up to 70 miles per hour. Tornadoes can accompany tropical storms and hurricanes too. Water spouts are tornadoes that form over the water. Tornadoes are more frequently reported east of the Rocky Mountains. Peak tornado season in the southern states is from March to May. And tornadoes are more likely to occur between 3 p.m. and 9 p.m., but actually can occur at any time. After the tornado, use great caution when entering a building. Damage from high winds. When entering or cleaning a tornado-damaged building, be sure that walls, ceilings, and roofs are in place and that the structure rests firmly on its foundation. Watch out for broken glass and downed power lines. Check for injured persons. Call 911 for help immediately. The next topic I would like to talk about is hurricanes and tropical cyclones. A tropical depression is an organized system of clouds and thunderstorms within a defined circulation and maximum sustained winds up to 38 miles per hour, or 33 knots or less. A tropical storm is an organized system of strong thunderstorms with a defined circulation and maximum sustained winds of 39 to 73 miles per hour, or 34 to 63 knots. A hurricane is an intense tropical weather system with a well-defined circulation and maximum sustained winds of 74 miles per hour, 64 knots or higher. A hurricane watch means that conditions are possible in the area specified as a watch area. Usually within 36 hours, a hurricane warning means that conditions are expected in the area specified as a warning area, usually within 24 hours. The Safer-Simpson hurricane scale defines a hurricane category sustained wind damage as being a Safer-Simpson hurricane scale category 1 is 74 to 95 miles per hour is minimal, 96 to 110 miles per hour is moderate, 111 to 130 miles per hour as extensive, 131 to 155 miles per hour as extreme, 155 and above as catastrophic. The storm surge is a large dome of water, often 50 to 100 miles wide, that sweeps across the coastline near where the hurricane makes landfall. The surge of high water, topped by waves, is devastating. The stronger the hurricane and the shallower the offshore water is, the higher the surge will be. Along with immediate coast, storm surge is the greatest threat to life and property. Storm tide. If the storm surge arrives at the same time the high tide, the water height will be even greater. Storm tide is the combination of storm surge and normal astronomical tide. Over 6,000 were killed in the Galveston hurricane of 1900. Most of the storm tide. Hurricane Hugo in 1989 generated a 20-foot storm tide in South Carolina. Winds. Hurricane force winds of 74 miles per hour or more can destroy poorly constructed buildings and mobile homes. Debris such as signs, roofing materials, siding, and small items become flying missiles in hurricanes. Winds often stay above hurricane strength well inland. Power lines are knocked down, trees break and fall, and can cause massive destruction. High winds are very dangerous in these times. Heavy rains and floods. Heavy rains and floods, widespread torrential rains, often in excess of 6 inches, can produce deadly and destructive floods. This is the major threat to areas well inland. Hurricane Agnes in 1972 fused with another storm system producing floods in the northeast U.S., which contributed to 122 deaths and $6.4 billion in damages. Now you also have tornadoes that are encompassed with the hurricane system. Hurricanes also produce tornadoes, which add to the hurricane's destructive power. These tornadoes most often occur in thunderstorms embedded in rain bands, well away from the center of the hurricane. However, they can occur near the eye wall. Citizens with special needs should contact the Emergency Management Agency, and we would be glad to assist you prior to the storm striking. The next topic I'd like to talk about is, are you ready for the storm? You need to have a disaster supply kit, water. For enough water for 3 days, you would need to have food. Store at least 3 days' supplies of non-perishable foods that do not require refrigeration. Cooking, a large amount of water, and lengthy preparation, such as items you want to have stuff, peanut butter, jelly, trail mix, anything that is not non-perishable. Then you need to have a first aid kit, sterile adhesive bandages, scissors, tweezers, moist toilettes, antiseptics, petroleum jelly, cleanser, soap, aspirin, pain medication, and gauze pads, antacids, latex gloves, alcohol swabs, just your basic first aid kit that you can pick up. You also want to have tools and supplies, paper cups, plates, plastic utensils, battery-operated radios, extra batteries for flashlights. And you want to have your sanitation, toilet paper, soap, wet wipes, washcloths, personal hygiene items, clothing and bedding, at least 1 complete change of clothing and footwear per person, blankets and or sleeping bags, sunglasses, sturdy shoes. Next topic in this item is special items. Infant formula, diapers, bottles, powdered milk, prescription medication, insulin, dental needs, extra sunglasses, anything that is above any of the other topics that I did cover. Now, the next topic for the Talbot County hazard system is winter storms. What makes a winter storm? First of all, temperature needs to be at below or freezing, at either the cloud level, ground level, or both to produce snow or ice. Secondly, moisture is needed to form these clouds and precipitation. Finally, a lifting mechanism such as a frontal boundary is needed to lift the warm, moist air over the cloudy air to form the clouds and precipitation. Winter storms with strong winds. Sometimes winter storms are accompanied by strong winds which create blizzard conditions with blinding wind-driven snow that actually causes severe drifting and dangerous wind chills. These storms can knock down trees, utility poles, and power lines. Storms near these coasts can actually cause coastal flooding and beach erosion. The extreme cold. Extreme cold can often accompany winter storms. Ice storms, there's heavy accumulation of ice that actually brings down the trees, electrical wires, telephone poles, and communication towers. Heavy snowstorms immobilize the entire region. Strand motorists stop the flow of supplies and disrupt emergency services. A winter storm watch is issued by the National Weather Service when a storm is still in the development stage but is not actually hit, but can actually hit within the 12-hour period. A winter storm warning is issued by the National Weather Service when a storm is expected to produce heavy snow of 6 inches or more in the 12-hour period. A snow advisory is issued by the National Weather Service when snowfall amounts are expected to be below the warning criteria. However, these pose a hazard to the public. A winter weather advisory is issued when a mixture of precipitation such as snow, sleet, freezing rain is expected. Now, the blizzard warning is issued for winds up to 35 miles per hour or more. A wind chill advisory is expected to reach when it's 20 to 30 degrees below zero. A wind chill warning is 35 degrees below zero or lower. The next topic I would like to talk about is flood and heavy rain. Heavy downpours and extended rainfall can cause flooding. Some things that I would like to talk about during floods: if you're indoors, listen to a battery-operated window, gather your emergency supplies, move your valuables to your second floor. If told to evacuate, do so immediately. If you're outdoors, climb to higher ground and stay there. Avoid walking through the floodwaters. Water 6 inches deep can sweep you off your feet. If you're in a car, do not drive through the water on the road. If your car stalls, abandon it immediately and climb to higher ground. During an evacuation, if advised to evacuate, do so immediately. After the flood dangers do not end. Inspect the foundation for cracks and damages in your house. Stay out of the remains. When entering, use extreme caution. Wear sturdy shoes. Use battery-operated lanterns, flashlights, etc. Next, I would like to talk about thunderstorms in general. Before the storm hits, listen to the local TV via radio. Check the weather forecast before leaving extended periods of time. Watch the signs for the approaching storms. If outside, keep a portable radio with you. Postpone outdoor activities. When the thunderstorm approaches, if you can hear thunder and see lightning, take shelter indoors. If lightning is present, get away from the building. Get into a hard-top vehicle. Get out of boats and stay away from water. Telephone lines and metal pipes can conduct electricity. Avoid telephone usage. Do not take a bath or shower. Turn off air conditioners as power surges from these lightning overload compressors. Just some different facts about thunderstorms in general. They may occur singly, in clusters, or in lines. Some of the most severe occur when a single thunderstorm affects one. Thunderstorms typically produce heavy rain for a brief period, anywhere from